Hey, hello, howdy, how you doing? Welcome to the grand finale of the Ironman series. In this final episode, you're going to witness one massive last stand against never-ending swarms of zombies as we each go down one by one until the end. Like episode 2, I streamed most of this, so if you want to check that out, it's up in the top right corner for you now. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it.
What could possibly go wrong?
Both legs gone! Boom! Everyone was online, the base was as fortified as it was about to get, and we were ready to die. There's just one final adventure for us to go on before our doom. My staff, like they tend to do, went above and beyond, building out a small location for us to explore prior to the finale, so we made our way south to investigate.
Guys, we can't go inside of it. It's restricted area.
I'm supposed to tell you guys this was all made using brush tools. Coming up in the location, we found a cabin-styled outpost with a man laying on the floor who had unalived himself. The group found a lore note, so they had me read it because apparently I'm the interim Morgan Freeman. To Greg. Brother, I'm sorry, I had to set off to the ship. A group moved into the fort and have started to build up defenses, so our backup plan is gone. There are too many of them to kill on our own. So I'm going to the ship now. Hurry. We don't have much time until the mass horde in the south reaches our hideout. I've left you old six to keep you safe while you make your way to me. Try to leave without that group seeing you. Let them deal with the horde. It might buy us some more time to set sail. And then he shot himself and I took his revolver.
So sad.
Yeah, somebody else took
Happy
that.
ending.
Moving out back, we found a massive warehouse. Inside it, we found stacks and stacks of gold, which served literally no purpose other than the fact that we could brag to everyone that we had gold and they didn't.
More gold!
Everyone's
I
excited
heard that.
for the gold.
Broke stuff already?
Yeah,
Moving further down was the cafeteria, along with library. Our group didn't care so much about knowledge as they did for the hundreds of hot dogs sitting in the kitchen area.
You know what I like more
You
than the fact
losers,
that gold?
what are you losers looking for?
Hot
We've
dogs.
got gold right here.
Would you guys
Hold on.
rather have pallets of gold or dinner with Jay-Z? Me personally, I'm taking the dinner with Jay-Z.
Gold can buy
That
you
knowledge
dinner with
is
Jay-Z.
immeasurable.
Newbert, were you just gonna keep quiet about these guns?
yeah, they have found the armory.
While we focus on hot dogs and gold, Newbert and Flame found the true gold mine. Inside was everything we could have dreamt of. AR-15s, shotguns, AKs, attachments for guns, and enough ammo to go to war with the state of Kentucky.
Ammo.
Alright, and at this
That's
point, we drop the shotgun.
Oh wow, you were in line. There's a lot of things in here.
Somehow, we managed to back the van into the compound and loaded it with everything we could get our hands on.
Come on, load me up. Think I'm getting paid by the hour?
Are you being paid at all?
Yeah, and
You
gold.
guys getting paid?
Oh, in gold, right?
I grabbed an AR for myself and a backup for if and when it decided to jam up during battle. As we began making our way back to base, a heli event triggered. We didn't think much of it at the time, but little did we know it would end up killing all of us in a matter of hours. Smoke. Hold on. Okay.
No time.
Bye, Newbert.
I'm so sorry, Newbert. At the entrance to the compound, we began unloading the cars. The biggest issue was that the pallets of gold were obviously very heavy, so we could only move one at a time. While this was happening, I took up watch on the third floor. I ended up making it just in time to see zombies beginning to trickle into the driveway. What
Look
else
at all
stopped
the-
to come up here?
Oh, God.
Guys, we need to bring the gold in before the zombies can get it. They're here to steal it.
They're already touching it.
Go, bros. I'm bringing the van as close as I can because it's got all the ammo in. We need to ferry this out.
Sorry, Aragon, it's too late for you.
After a few moments of this, I got so bored with Overwatch that I just said screw it and headed outside to join the rest of them in repelling the attack.
Nah, screw this.
Yeah, I agree.
You guys.
Going for the gold.
Get the gold!
I tried to conserve ammo early by using knives while I could, seeing as the zombies were taking their sweet time getting to us. But the knives are where it's at for now.
Good thing I have a bulletproof back. I'll aim for the head.
What was that called? Python?
Sword.
Well, Congo liner.
I like it how enthusiastic we are about this right now.
This is ending on time where we can easily get surrounded.
Yep. I mean, there's like 3.
They're just here for the raid. Exactly.
Alright, the van is unloaded.
Alright, we're losing ground. You guys need to kill them faster.
How about you start shooting?
It's just sitting back there eating hot dogs.
Well, there's gotta be a general, right? Somebody has to control this mess.
Yeah, we gotta, you know, kill the commander.
A friendly reminder: part of that gate is broken, so it's almost not even worth like shutting the gate. Just hop through the fence, or just hop over the fencing. All in all, we managed to hold the main entrance for about an hour before being forced to retreat.
Oh, back!
Damn it!
Here we go, boys.
Yeah, there's no point holding that gate. Let's get back.
Yeah, get back behind this one.
Close the door.
And now spirits were still high since we were confident in the fencing to slow them down, while we rearmed and prepared for the next line of defense. Similar to the hospital raid back in episode 2, the men carrying shotguns staggered their shots to maximize damage output. Like, just listen to this. With the shotgun Shogun while holding, say that 5 times fast, I headed up to the wall to assess the damage. In all honesty, we were holding up pretty well for a bunch of misfits. I mean, it also helped the zombies were stuck pathing directly into the walls of the fort, but hey, we'll take every ounce of cheese we can get here.
They should be able to come from.
We'll just slowly work through the ones up here. Shortly after that, I was called back downstairs to the entrance, where zombies were beginning to destroy the fencing. Around this time, we encountered some of the strangest desync the game has ever thrown at us. Don't worry, it gets so much worse later on, for those wondering just how unstable Zomboid multiplayer can become. But anyway, we ran into this issue where these other members in the group didn't appear to be shooting, leading me to believe they were just watching me take on this massive horde pouring through the gates. The gun audio is all desynced, so like it doesn't make any sounds when you guys are shooting, so it sounds like I'm the only one shooting on my end, and you guys are all just like watching. In reality, they were in fact shooting. The game just wasn't displaying it on my end. This fixed itself in time and led to a beautiful symphony of gunshots and explosions later on. But before that, something very important happened. See, Rix tried to buy the group some time with a pipe bomb after zombies had broken through the fencing. Yeah. I have to reload all mags.
Oh, that hurt.
Oh god, you killed me.
What? Where were you?
I was nearby enough. I'm not dead yet, but that is not gonna end well for
Did you
me.
throw a pipe bomb?
He did.
Do you need a doctor?
Go get in there! A solid idea in theory, but this ended up shredding Little Flame in the process, almost killing him and forcing Dr. Coco to drop what he was doing and tend to Flame, effectively taking a fourth of our group out of the fight entirely. It was around this time where the zombie desync began to quite literally break the game. Zombies began teleporting all over the place, going from storming through the center wall to teleporting back to the main entrance, providing me the opportunity to fire rounds into the masses. The goal?
Yeah, we just like
Return the slab.
We will not give them the gold. Screw that.
how about a
We need to move the gold back. I'm gonna move it upstairs.
So many of
Yeah,
them.
somebody bring the gold upstairs.
Alright.
Come with me.
Defend the goal. Remember how all the gun audio stopped a while back? Well, it fixed itself all at once. There we go. As if the audio desync and teleporting zombies wasn't enough. Unfortunately, after the zombies broke in, the horde claimed its first victim. Sea shanty in the background.
Did we get upstairs?
Probably the good idea.
We need a choke. Come on, start.
So I want you to pay attention to the time in the top right corner. See, for everyone else, the sun is about to set, but for me, this continued for most of the finale, but ends up correcting itself at the end, at least partially. With the ground floor completely overrun, most of us had fallen back to the center platform for a brief moment of peace. While checking the exterior, I noticed something that practically sealed our fate. At least for me, the game had limited its rendering to only the current cell, effectively trapping me in Fort Knox. We'll hold the line up here.
The zombies are all confused now what to do with their lives.
You know, that's convenient. I need time to relax a bit.
The big issue now is that we forgot all our 5.56 ammo down by the fencing, leaving me to undertake a suicide mission to retrieve it, along with some of the other gear I could get my hands on. With the zombies bugging out trying to path their way to the players above them, it made the ground floor easier than it looked. Sure, there were hundreds of zombies just loitering around, but they weren't all that interested in me, at least at first. The only real threat at the moment was the teleporting zombies, which would sometimes appear practically right on top of me, forcing me to always be on my guard. My original plan was to just push the stairs the interior, but that was quickly abandoned when I saw just how many zombies were standing around next to them, forcing me back outside. It's time for some expert kiting. The northern section of the courtyard by the garden was completely cleared, so I just kept biding my time until I found an opening to squeeze through. While kiting, the group on the western side of the wall began hatching plans to try and rescue me. These included clearing out the stairs, both interior and exterior, as well as placing sheet rope ladders on the perimeter. At this point,
If you go west, we're trying to go to west there.
oh,
Yeah, wait, which side are you on?
interior, exterior, because I'm exterior still.
Exterior.
Okay.
Or no, never
There's
mind,
too
there's
many
no
of them.
way.
Yeah.
There's no way.
I'll just stay down. The ammo was a
Can
bad
we,
idea.
can we hang out a sheet rope for Fred?
The big issue with the sheet rope ladders is that my game is so desynced that it's 5:30 p.m. on my end, and almost 11 p.m. for the others, which resulted in me being unable to see any of the rope ladders that they placed for me, along with players going invisible for me, such as Aragon, who had fallen downstairs and was on the ground floor alongside me, eventually leading to the second casualty of the group. Years of COD zombies. I think someone died.
I'm adding another one, so I think this is where the bus was, right? There were two ropes next to where the bus was.
They're not in for me yet. I still see the fences on my side.
3 for you.
Yeah, and then they're breaking through the north now from my end, like that kill box. So it is getting messier, but we're still moving, hopefully.
Time to eat a burger, boys. Where are you going?
I'm just looking. I'm just getting an idea of the situation down there.
There we go.
How about the situation up here?
Unfortunately, Aragon was just the tip of the iceberg. Within minutes, Rix and Comp, while desperately trying to reach vehicles near the entrance, were swarmed and fell to the undead.
We're gonna be okay.
Okay,
Oh,
here we
there's
go.
no
We're not gonna be okay. It's the end of me.
No, no, not Comp. During this time, Hazard had his final stand along me in the courtyard. I'm not sure how he ended up there, but he went out on his own terms, akin to Marcus from the original John Wick. As long as none of them fall from above, right here.
Come on, start.
He's trying to get to his car. As if that wasn't enough, Little Flame passed shortly after while attempting to escape.
Not at this point.
Coco escaped, so it's literally I'm the only one left in the fort.
I'm just walking around. I'm gonna check the north side outside right now. There's a lot of them on the windows.
Rounds of 357 and like 3 knives left.
If we could make it out over here.
And just like that, we were down to Coco, Ghost, and myself. With all of us separated, it became a cat and mouse game of how long can I keep kiting until I slip up. Around this time, Coco had managed to build a rope ladder off the northern wall and escape to the outside of Fort Knox. For some reason, instead of fleeing, he chose to stay back and try to help me and Ghost, who were still trapped inside the walls. With the big predicament being that, unfortunately, with only 2 of us left for the zombies to aggro, it only upscaled the difficulty for me and Ghost. My goal was to get back up to the 3rd floor where I could find Coco's rope ladder and get to the outside of the fort, but we found out pretty quickly that no matter where I tried to go, the zombies were already flooding it. Coco made a call out about the entrance of the fort being relatively clear, so I began making my way over there to see if I could use that as a way out.
Oh, that's a wall. Oh, for some reason I thought we were way back over here.
Okay, there we go. This is where all the close calls start to pile up. Call it sheer luck, but I'll take every minute of it.
Clear.
Yeah, I'm outside on the east side with a big ball of zombies on me.
Oh,
Just-
all the
just
hats
clearing
are
them out
right
slowly.
there. All the hats are right there.
I hate when big zombie balls get all over me.
If you can manage to get outside, we could, you know, have a grand escape from this beautiful place. Maybe retake it another day.
Shoot the gas tanker, go out Rick Grimes
No, I'm
style.
a stubborn son of a bitch. Oh shit, okay. You know, I don't know, you might talk me into it.
Uh-oh, this might be my
I
end
had,
here.
I had a near-death experience maybe just like 3 seconds ago.
Oh yeah.
There's no way. There's no way.
What's
There's no
to
way.
stop me from just jumping?
There's no
You're gonna
off
break your leg,
Okay.
and that's not the best. Outside of the entrance is like
There's no- they're
extremely
not
clear,
even
by the way.
aggroing
Outside
me,
the
look
entrance
at-
is completely clear.
They're not even aggroing. Oh. Bad idea, bad idea, bad idea.
I mean, you know, a broken leg.
Eventually, the time had corrected itself, and by that I mean I was still at about 12 hours behind the rest of the players, but at least I wasn't stuck in a loop anymore. Oh, and I also found another cowboy hat, since mine had been knocked off when I tripped a while back.
You know?
Alright, we have a white cowboy hat. Oh, wait, oh no, oh, it's a garbage bag. Never mind. We have a white cowboy hat now, so it's not, you know, it only gives like +2 damage instead of +10, but it'll do.
Now the goal was to group up as many zombies as possible to pull them away from the main entrance that I could attempt to link up with Coco and Ghost. This led to the jankiest moment I've ever experienced in Zomboid. I'm really not sure how this happened. I definitely should have died there, but going back through the footage, I noticed something. I'm the only one in the fort at this point, but when I go down, instead of a zombie bite triggering, the game was so broken that it spawned in a literal Molotov. I have absolutely no idea how this happens, and I haven't been able to recreate it since, but we caught it live on stream as well. What a quality multiplayer experience. Anyway, after grouping up the stragglers and moving them to the northern end of the courtyard, I was able to run back and scoop up a pipe bomb to try out. Which didn't really do all that much, but it brought me enough time to do one more loop around and walk out the front door. Unfortunately for me, the map still wasn't loading any cells outside of Fort Knox, which means there was only one way out for me. Ghost had broken his leg from jumping off the 3rd floor, making him a liability in anything other than shooting a gun, and Coco was entirely out of ammo, having to rely on whatever melee weapons he could get his hands on. While making what felt like our final stand, I killed Newbert's zombified corpse, looting his zombification cure off his body. I could have taken it, and lived to continue fighting, but there wasn't really a point. Even if I took it, I wouldn't be able to escape. I was forever confined to the cell containing Fort Knox. It became obvious in that moment what needed to be done. With one last hoorah, I sprinted back into the fort, pulling in any zombies behind me. I just needed to buy enough time for Coco and Ghost to find a vehicle and flee. At this point, I turned my focus to any players still alive on the server.
Listen. There's so much ammo up here. There's food, there's medical supplies. There's knives, there's hot dogs, there's axes, there's weapons, there's booze. Not as many, there's SKSs. Looks like a lot of the ammo was taken. Shotgun shells. There's a zombie cure. It's gonna be in the center crate. Thank you all. It's been great.
Thank you all so much for watching. This series was recorded over the course of about 5 days with a group of 8 YouTubers, a moderator, and several of my admins facilitating everything from builds to events to running the finale. This was some of the most fun I've had in Project Zomboid in years, and I'm forever grateful to this group, who were all willing to work with me on such a large project on such short notice. A very special thank you to the random player who was waiting to loot our base after we died while deciding to hot mic someone's stream audio through VoIP so that you could all get a nice ad during my death scene. I appreciate you all, and as always, thanks for stopping by.